Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gordon Maston and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for Lucha Underground Season 4, Episode 1, 1 hour, and the best hour of TV. It's a backwards V if you on a weekly basis. Oh man, that's probably the most cringe thing I've ever done. Even though, you know what? Let's just say forget it, right? Let's just get into this episode and get into this week. But before we do that, I do want to take a moment with you guys to explain some things, right? I haven't been on YouTube since the Royal Rumble. Yeah, I've been posting gaming videos here and there, yada, 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 about this and that. But I haven't really I've been radio silent, realistically. I haven't really spoken on where I've been, why the reviews haven't been here, what's been going on. I haven't done any of that. Now, reason being, most of the content I do is WWE related, right? There's Raws, there's SmackDowns. I used to be on top of everything. Raw on Monday, SmackDown Tuesday, NXT Wednesday, every single pay-per-view every 2 weeks, and I used to just have no kind of life because of that. And realistically, I'm just finished with it. I'm just done. Like, Raw nowadays is the most boring shit on television. I made a promise to myself. I made a pact to myself. After WrestleMania, I'd be done. Then they announced, Superstar Shakeup. Fuck, I gotta watch another week. Oh no, it's another week or 2 weeks? It's a 2-day thing. I think it was a week. Another week I had to watch. And then, Superstar Shakeup was done. Then, all of a sudden, WWE just, I couldn't do it. SmackDown was boring the living shit out of me. Raw is the most boring thing on television right now. I swear to God, you know what? I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to say this. When it comes to what I do, pay-per-views, honestly, I'm going to be real with you guys. Sometimes I feel as if they're not even worth it, right? Like, I thought about doing Backlash, but then again, that show was garbage. The first match was practically a show for me. AJ Nakamura was good until the fucking finish happened. And I feel like when I talk about WWE, that is just something that comes out of my mouth a lot. Good until the finish, right? Because they can't put a competent finish together to save their lives. And then people will even be like, what about NXT? Please, no one feel upset about me saying this. I feel happy watching NXT every week, but I don't feel the fulfillment of reviewing it. Like, I feel like sometimes it's not even necessary to, be reviewed because I don't have much to say. I just really enjoyed the show, but there isn't much to say. So I'm sitting up here for 15 to 20 minutes just going over the matches, not really having much to say on top of them, right? But no promises. Hold your breath on Saturday for TakeOver. Okay. I can't promise I'll be here for every single pay-per-view, right? And if it just happens to be that way, awesome. But pay-per-views and takeovers are what I plan on doing from here on forward. There's also this thing with, I don't really have a true recording space. I've been down here in the living room portion of my home for the last 3 years. I've been doing this on YouTube. For the last 3 years, I've been in this house. For those of you who've been with me from the start, I didn't start in this house, but this is where I've been for the last 3.5 years. 3.5, damn near borderlining on 4 years. But you know what? What I was getting to is I don't have a true recording space. When I have my aunt home or other people home, there's usually a TV, background noise. She's usually talking on the phone or whatever. And I have like this video anxiety that's like, so I don't like to record when she's down here or when she's home. I've done it in the past a lot, and I just feel really meh doing it. So it is what it is. I've wasted everybody's time. I've wasted enough time. I've wasted a good chunk of time as it is. So you know what? Let's get another reason why we're here. And just to clarify, before we even start, Raw, not reviewing. SmackDown, not reviewing. NXT TV, I'll think about it, but right now the answer stands at no. Takeovers, yes. Pay-per-views, maybe. And I want to do like topic videos, but if I do like topic videos, they're going to be coming from my phone. We'll talk about it at the end. Lucha Underground, everybody. We're back with his best wrestling show out there, hands down. Wrestling show, not wrestling promotion, wrestling show. Even though this kid holed up for wrestling promotion, but New Japan is a consistent thing. Lucha Underground is a, from what I understand, 23-week season. But here we are at episode 1. So we started off at Dario Cueto's funeral, and I think it's Detective or Agent Frost or whatever I think his name is. No, Agent Winter. Agent Winter and Dario's father are at Dario's funeral. And they're like, oh, shame nobody else showed up because Dario's a despicable piece of shit who no one truly loved except the Luchaverse. Because I think like we have this soft spot in our hearts for Dario because he has this soft spot in his heart to give us the most violent shit possible, right? So no one shows up at Dario's funeral. And then Agent Winter says, oh, it's a shame that those street thugs had to kill your son. So I stopped for a moment while watching this. I'm like, you son of a bitch. You did it. Not them. You did it. The hell are you talking about? And then I think somewhere in the back of Papa Cueto's mind, he'll figure this out. Somewhere down the line, he'll figure this out, right? Right? You get it. Like, right? But you know, I don't know. But at the end of the funeral, he basically says he's smarter than his son. He won't make the same mistakes his son made. Dario was always the weakest out of his children. That's why he made his younger brother. I can't remember whether he made a revelation and said older brother Matanza was, or younger brother being Matanza. That's why he made Matanza the god. And he said, okay, good to know. But we just want you to know, the gods are coming. Well, our friend in the limo says the gods are coming, or he is the god. Something along those lines. But what I took away from this was we do have a new owner and proprietor of the temple. And honestly, I'm not going to say I'm stoked because they did a 10-bell salute for Dario. His father comes in the ring, hits the sign over, and it's just like, we're moving on from this shit. I'm your new owner and proprietor. I am the boss. I am El Jefe. My hijo, he's gone. He's moved on. And also, a little piece of information I missed from the story that he was told, they have to go find a new building because the temple can't be found, I guess. He said, I have a place where I used to run fights all the time back in my day. So our new El Jefe, our new boss is, I forgot his name, not Armando, I forgot. He's another. Okay. This is going to kill me. Let me see if I can find it this way. The name of Dario's father. Okay. So we'll find it. We'll definitely find it. Here's the thing. I just got to pause this here. Okay, so Antonio Cueto was his name. Antonio Cueto. That's the man. So, and he introduced himself. I am Antonio Cueto. This is my new temple. And tonight, Pentagon Dark is going to, we're basically going to do Aztec Warfare. Is verbatim of what he said. So Pentagon Dark is basically told that he's going to be defending his title in that. So he calls out the Trios champions. He calls out the Mac, Killshot, and Dante Fox. But Dante Fox is nowhere to be found. They don't know where Dante Fox is. So that being said, Dante Fox is going to, how do I put this? Dante Fox is not a trios champion anymore. Dante Fox has to surrender his championship, and he wants to start Aztec Warfare out with the next three guys. So the next man to come out would basically be the new trios champion partner for these guys. Now, I'm not going to say this is like a full blown complaint on the end of what Lucha Underground does here, but I'm not going to say a critique either. This, it's just what I would have done. But up next, Melissa Santos basically calls out, hey, from the open, well, she basically announces from the open road, Son of Havoc. Now, what I would have had done with Havoc here, like, I wouldn't have had Melissa announce him. I would have just had the music play, the smoke come out of the tunnel as they usually do, and then Havoc come out. I would just have Son of Havoc come out, and I would have had him just walk in, hey, I'm your new partner. And immediately Killshot and Son of Havoc just can't stop getting in each other's faces. And then Antonio says, you know what? Now that you're the new trios champions together, I think you should get well acquainted by beating the hell out of each other. Ring the bell. So I don't have every elimination in order, but I do have, what I took away from this. There were a good amount of returns and a good amount of entrants that nobody pretty much expected. Let me see if I can try and go in order here. Tommy Dreamer was a big one. Joey Ryan was here. He tried to handcuff himself again. Got eventually eliminated by Pentagon. And Pentagon was just that cross-armed, like, miniature power driver that he does. He was using to eliminate guys. That's what he used to practically eliminate everybody except, I think he broke Joey. No, did he break Joey Ryan's arm? I think he might have broke Joey Ryan's arm. He broke Hernandez's arm. I know that for a fact because Hernandez came back. But Tommy Dreamer came back, poured thumbtacks on the ground, got speared into them by Pentagon. And I was honestly thinking that something better would have happened, but you know what? It's Tommy Dreamer. He's pretty old. We're not going to have Tommy Dreamer just get completely like dumped on his head into tacks at the age of whatever he is. Because I still remember hearing stories of years ago, Tommy Dreamer going to the supermarket for his wife and then calling his wife like, why am I here again? Yeah, that kind of shit's scary. That kind of shit is really scary, right? So, it's just little shit like that. That's just, I don't know. I'm getting off on a tangent. Other things we had in this match, we had Daga return as Cobra Moon's king, as we see it at the very end of season 3 as we were wrapping that up. We had, who else came out there? Daga got eliminated. Johnny Mundo made an appearance here, had a pretty good showing. Phoenix made a showing here, looked really good. I know there are people who don't like Phoenix out there because they feel like he's this one-dimensional, all-conquering white meat baby face. There's nothing to him except I'm the white knight of Lucha Underground, and it's just, I don't know. If you don't like Phoenix for what his character is and the fact that he's had no real progression, you gotta, like anytime the man gets in a ring, it just has to blow you away. And I know, like, you could say, well, I need to have a reason to root for him because what he does in the ring won't mean shit to me if I don't have a reason to root for him or I can't get behind him, right? And his motivations are fairly, I don't know. I know people aren't really high on Phoenix, and then there are the people who are just astonished with Phoenix, and I'm one of those. Like, what he does in the ring is good enough for me to just, like, yeah, I love Phoenix too much to just. The only time I've clearly rooted against Phoenix would probably be against Marty at Ultima Lucha 3. And then, the whole thing with Melissa calling him a pussy happened and he lost and yada, 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 and Marty posted a turn on it. But Marty has his hair back because Marty came into this match. Marty was number 20. He was the 20th entrant into Aztec Warfare. Like I said, we had Hernandez. Hernandez basically bitch smacked Pentagon to a point where it's like, holy shit. Then got kicked, brought to the ground, arm broken. That was that. Vinny Massaro came out. They had two guys dressed up as Mario and Luigi. He grabs a pizza from these guys, and this thing looked delicious, right? This looked like a perfect California pepperoni pizza. And then Pentagon is offered a piece of that pizza, shoves it in Vinny's mouth, and then hooks him with that cradle underhook pile driver into the ground. Not even in the ground, into the pizza. So we're wasting a perfectly good pizza on Vinny Massaro's face. Pentagon, I don't question much that you do. You happen to be a really good wrestler. You happen to be a really interesting character to meet. You happen to be the, I want to watch my words by saying the biggest badass in Lucha Underground, but one of the. But you wasted pizza. I understand you have a world title to maintain, but you wasted pizza, Pentagon. You know what, Pentagon? We're just going to move on because you upset me, sir. We're just going to move on. Just gonna move on. You don't waste pizza. Right, Kat? You don't waste pizza, right? She's quiet, but she said, yeah. Do you want to get in the video? Come here. Let's get you a YouTube video. See? Tell them you don't waste pizza. She's quiet. Okay. So, besides Pentagon doing all that shit, I'm not gonna lie though, it was kind of funny. I'm missing some other shit. Mil Muertes came out, dominated for a second. Jeremiah Crane came out, had a couple interesting moments in the ring with Pentagon. I was really hoping for some more between him and Katrina, but we didn't get that. And then a really interesting thing that happened later in this match, and I know I'm all out of order, but I'm just like literally giving you guys just notes of what happened, just mental notes of what happened. Ricky Mundo comes out, and it seems like he's still into being Johnny Mundo, but I guess he found, I've never really seen a voodoo doll, or if I have, I don't want to say this was a voodoo doll, but it seemed like one of those things that it seemed like it was a voodoo doll. And it seemed like Ricky was more infatuated with the doll than he was with helping Johnny at all, right? So, so much so that he looks at this doll and then has the audacity to try and roll up Johnny. So I feel like to an extent, this doll is going to be a central point of Ricky Mundo's story this year. The doll is going to control him. You're not Ricky Mundo. You're the real Johnny Mundo. That's the fake Johnny Mundo. And that's just such, from my perspective, that's just such weak shit. Like, I feel like the Joseph Roach and Van Wagenen can come up with so much better than that. But they're probably just going to, like, fuck with his head. The doll's probably going to fuck with his head. Johnny will be in his head at the same time and in his ear. And we're going to get more of a story between those guys, right? So I don't know also if Johnny Mundo had a face turn tonight, but Vibora comes out and gives Johnny Mundo a chokeslam and a tombstone. I don't know where this is going. Is this going to be a face turn for Johnny Mundo? I don't know. But this gave Marty the Moth the opportunity to eliminate Johnny Mundo. Also, tonight we had Chavo Guerrero return. And at this point, I'm just two palms deep in my face. Like, God, fuck, yeah. Chavo. Out of all the guys in Lucha Underground, all of them that you have returned. I get Dario's gone, so everybody that's been abolished from the temple is free to come back as they please. So I understand it to an extent, but fucking Chavo, dude, like I understand you guys at Lucha Underground, you guys want to like have your established veterans there, and you know what I mean, like the Lucha legends that you guys can work with, like Dr. Wagner on his very limited schedule that he works for you guys. But fucking Chavo, man, like, ugh, that dude just leaves a bad taste in my mouth wherever he goes. Right? I haven't been into Chavo since I was like 5 years old and Los Guerrero shit happened. Even when I wasn't a smart wrestling fan, and I was like 10 years old, and he was doing the whole thing with like Benoit and Vicky of I'm dedicating every match to Eddie, like I'm doing this and that for Eddie. Like I was into it when Ray did it. Now Ray is done doing it, and now you're doing it. No, I don't think Ray was technically done doing it yet, but like you're doing it on Raw while Ray's doing it on SmackDown. It just looks so fucking pathetic. And then the whole story with Chavo, like Chavo Guerrero, dude, just no. And I hope this isn't one of those things where he's permanently back. I hope it's just one of those temporary things. But the character that Chavo played in season 1 and 2, and even a little bit of season 3, was he in season 3? Did Ray eliminate? Did Ray take him out of season 3? No, he was just in season 1 and season 2. The character he played in season 1 and season 2, like just I just wasn't into it. And the only reason I bring up like how, the role he had in seasons 1 and 2 is because it feels like if they brought Chavo back, Chavo's a guy who's going to stay because Dario is dead and his father is now in charge. Antonio Cueto is now in charge. Okay, so now we move on, right? And we move on to I think I've covered all the major notes. Dreamer, he did a Tree of Woe. He did Tree of Woe garbage can spot. Mr. Spectacular was here. For those of you who don't remember Mr. Spectacular, he was Jesse Goddard's in the tag team The Bromance with Robbie E and TNA. So he came in, he lasted for a short second, and then he was out. Like this Aztec Warfare overall was had a way different pace than the first 3, right? There was way less that was done. You came in, you got your shit in, or you really didn't get your shit in, how much, depending on how much you mattered, and that was it for you, right? So that was pretty much that. Trying to remember anything else last second. Mariposa was here. She didn't last for very long, as didn't, like I said, anybody else really. Didn't really get to do much. I really wanted a vertebraker tonight. I just wanted somebody to eat a fucking vertebraker. She eliminated them, and then they can do whatever they wanted with her from there. I didn't really care. I just love the woman. It doesn't seem like they've really put their best foot forward with her. Like, it's just like, hey, she's Marty's sister. Nothing else. Hey, she's by Marty's side. Nothing else. Hey, when Marty loses, she kicks Marty's ass. Nothing else. The Mariposa is the bodyguard of the family. Like we've gotten a whole like character trailer on her. I feel like it's like I want to say like character short, but we got that in her in season 2, and Marty's explained what her point of being here is. But honestly, I'd like to see more with her this season. And it's a 23 episode season, so the characters they emphasize are going to be the characters that you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to have enough time to, like, truly fit in everyone tonight, like, in general, is what I'm saying. So, what we see is what we get. I'm guessing it's like a 20 episode season. Well, if it's a 23 episode season, 20 episodes of regular Lucha Underground, and then we get 2 episodes of Ultima Lucha, and then the third, it was going to be the 2-hour season finale, most likely. That's my guess. So going forward here, I just guess I'll break it down to the final 2 of the match. It was Johnny. Wait, hold on. Not Johnny Mundo. Johnny Mundo got eliminated. I'm trying to think about anybody else, anything else. Hernandez, Chavo, Tommy Dreamer, Mr. Spectacular, Vinny Massaro, Joey Ryan. Mil Muertes came in. Like I said, he got eliminated after just getting fucking like triple teamed by everybody. Daga, I mentioned that. Yeah, it's pretty much about that. Anything I don't remember? Leave in the comments. So we are now down to Pentagon Dark and Marty the Moth Martinez. Marty hits a great curb stomp. His curb stomp's been great for a while. It's just kind of weird to see him doing it, and now see Seth doing it again at the same time, because Marty's not the only guy who has a curb stomp finish. Pentagon kicked out of that, hit him with the jumping rope assisted pile driver from the middle rope, and then hit him with the package pile driver, and that was pretty much it. So after that, Antonio Cueto comes out and says, "Oh, Dario would usually say you're facing so-and-so right now. I'm a better promoter than that." Taking shots at his own hijo. So he says, we're going to do something better. Next week, you're going to face my only son, Matanza Cueto. Pentagon has never beaten Matanza. So this should be an interesting match. Let's see where this goes. Because Pentagon looked really dominant tonight. Had a handful of eliminations. Had about... Oh, yeah, El Dragon Azteca was in this match, by the way. That if that matters to anybody. Did a really good DDTJ, or whatever he calls it. It's the satellite DDT, the head scissors, into the tornado DDT. So, yeah, next week it's Pentagon versus El Dragon Azteca. Not El Dragon Azteca. Pentagon versus Matanza for the world title. I'm interested in that. We don't know what else we're getting next week, so this should be a really good week. Overall thoughts on the show? It was really good. I honestly think at some point in the future, because if we need to do like long intros, or we need to focus on something, a central point, like Antonio's entrance into the show, Papa Cueto's entrance into the show, we need certain episodes to be 90 minutes. Like The Walking Dead does it. Not like every single episode of Lucha Underground, 90 minutes from here on out. Just certain points, just certain episodes we have to focus on centerpieces. Like the season finales of certain shows are 2 hours, like Lucha Underground. And I feel like the season premiere should be like at least 90 minutes, right? Like, I'm not going too far by saying that. 90-minute season premiere, 2-hour season finale. I'm not going too far with that. So you know what? This is our new gig. For the next 22 some odd weeks, you guys are with me. So I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of Lucha Underground. Remember, if you did, leave a like on this video, comment, and please hit that nice subscribe button. I would really, really appreciate it. And I guess, where is it? Okay, yeah. I guess I will see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching, and see you!